News Panorama is a TV news magazine program that gives you the story behind the story.
It tells the stories the way they should be told by capturing the larger scale.
It deals with people's deep feelings on issues that, when brought to the fore, ultimately educates, informs and entertains.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
Thanks for joining us on News Panorama. It's September already and students are buckling up to go back to school. The holiday seems short, but we sure hope you had a restful holiday. We will open up with an education report where students in the Southern Senatorial District settled down for an essay competition recently. We will be looking at some recently closed down drugstores by the Pharmaceutical Council, monkeypox and more. It is a stay tuned. Welcome and thanks for joining me on the program News Panorama. I am Josephine Efanga.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
If you have just tuned in, you are watching News Panorama. The need to give education a topmost priority in the state has been a great concern to all. Stakeholders have come up with many suggestions and policies to ensure proper reading and writing culture amongst our students. In line with all of these, the Governor, Senator Basideretu's essay competition and award of scholarship held in Calabar. Blessing Basi completes the story, the report.
Imagine a platform where students can showcase their writing skills, learn from each other and get rewarded for their hard work. That is exactly what the Senator Basiutu essay competition organized by the Office of the Special Advisor to the Governor on Local Content is all about. Recently, the 5th edition of this event took place at Waddell Training Institution in Calabar, bringing together talented students from across the state. The essay competition is more than just a writing contest. It is a way to promote academic excellence and encourage students to strive for their best, an opportunity for them to also showcase their talent and compete with their peers. The essay to the Governor on Local Content, Mr. Caleb Awad, stated that the aim of the event is to align with the state governor's vision of rewarding academic excellence among secondary school students from the state.
Well, the Senator Prince Basi Edet Utu annual essay competition has been on track for a while now, even while he was in the Senate. The aim of the competition has been to reward academic excellence among students. It has been to propagate His Excellency's belief. It has been to reward academic excellence among students of Cross River origin. But this year had been primarily to advocate and to speak loud of local contents. The program, the competition, was organized among selected secondary school students, pupils, to deepen local content advocacy, to raise more awareness about government's policy drive on local contents.
The 5th edition of the State Governor Senator Basiutu essay competition, organized by Office of the Special Advisor to the Governor on Local Content, is to deepen local content advocacy, promote academic excellence and reward hard work among secondary school students in the state. Some of the people who spoke said the impact of the essay competition goes beyond just the students who participated. They also stressed that it promotes coordination, interaction and communication among students.
It's a very good development. In fact, this is what is obtainable in other states. So for this sort of thing to come up to Cross River State, I say kudos to SA, local content and its excellency. By so doing, it has actually brought in interaction and communication within the student. And the children have been able to know that when we talk about education, it's not only the classroom education, outside the classroom. And what I have seen here, independent student, everybody writing on their own, everybody writing on his or her own. It's a good kudos. I appreciate that SA, and the governor should give the SA the enablement, the encouragement to continue with such works.
It's quite encouraging, and I like that you bring unity and then expose young ones to the content, like having an idea of local content, and they are sharing their own idea of what will grow the state. Bringing the schools together, because like the way it went, they wrote it on themselves and by themselves, and the topic wasn't given. It's quite transparent, so I like it. I think it's quite encouraging for the school.
The special advisor to the governor on local content, Mr. Caleb Awad, stressed that the event has already taken place in the southern part of the state and is scheduled to happen in the central and northern region.
Well, the grand finale will be taking place as soon as school resumes. It's primarily to ensure that these students have a handshake with the people's first governor, who has always been rewarding academic excellence, encouraging students with a lot of juicy prizes. So we'll be expecting a lot of crowd on that day. The Commissioner for Education, all the education advocates, ambassadors, schools that were part of the essay competition will all be present on that day with a lot of juicy prizes to be unveiled: scholarship, laptops, trophy to the award-winning schools.
By recognizing and rewarding academic excellence, the essay competition inspires students to work harder and strive for their best, which can have a positive impact on the entire education system in the state.
It was a mental exercise, which is good. I would advise them to actually continue this.
If I was okay, yeah, they should continue. I think it's helping students because we actually write it on our own by ourselves without using any resources. So it's helping us to learn more, and then it's going to help others that will win to go abroad and learn and help Cross River State to be among one of the states that participate in competitions internationally and nationally.
For CRBC News Panorama, Blessing Basi reporting.
In a groundbreaking move aimed at transforming the country's education system, the Minister for Education a few days ago announced a significant policy shift, raising the minimum age requirements for students to sit for the Senior Secondary Examination Certificate (SSCE) from 16 to 18. This bold initiative is set to reshape the future of secondary school education in Nigeria, with far-reaching implications for students, teachers, and the nation as a whole. Magdalene Edem gives more details. The report.
The recent announcement by the Minister of Education to raise the minimum age requirement for the Senior Secondary Certificate Examination from 16 to 18 has sparked mixed reaction from members of the general public. In a bid to transform Nigeria's education system, the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Maman, on 25th August 2024, announced a significant policy shift, raising the minimum age requirement for students to sit for the Senior Secondary Certificate Examination (SSCE) from 16 to 18 years. The minister cited the need to ensure students are adequately prepared for tertiary education and the workforce. The new policy, which takes effect from the next academic session, aims to reduce the number of underage students sitting for the Senior Secondary Certificate Examination and improve overall education outcomes. Some educators and parents say the innovation is a welcome development that will lead to a better academic performance and reduce the rate of minors in higher institutions.
We share the fact that the law has been enacted, and then we will all be very happy to see that implemented, because looking at the situation of things, a lot of children seem to, not to be mature enough at the age of 16. So personally, I will not encourage that to happen. But at the age of 18, they are okay. Their brains are mature enough to enter the university. So it is a good law if implemented.
The government says students wait that 18 years, they have reasons for it. And to me, I prefer if a child finishes at the age of 16, let him go for a computer, learn something else. Maybe he may use this money that he maybe let him work, get a little job, or learn how to do that. That's something he can do. Then by that 18, he should be able to start up.
Government based their policy on the immaturity in the higher institutions. So they feel that age is a very big factor. See children of 14, 15, 16 going to the higher institution, and because of the vices in the higher institution now, they cannot cope the stress, the pressure of education. So that is why government came up with that policy. So as a parent, I support the government policy. Personally, I support it. It's a good policy. If we can, let's give the government the necessary package so that we give our children too the support for them to grow accordingly. Go into our institution. By 18, a child of 18 is almost can handle things for herself.
However, some raised concerns about the potential impact on students who are gifted and ready before the age of 18.
The children we have nowadays, we call them computer-age children. That they even tend to know more than we who gave birth to them and who have even been to university and formal. At the age of 18, the child is still in the secondary school. When will this child graduate? Rather than delaying these children to begin to get gray hair while in the secondary school, they should introduce vocational education in between tertiary education and WAEC.
Allow them to stay at home. Let's say, for instance, the ones that finish at age 15, 16, by the time they stay back home, they get distracted with so many things, peer pressure and all of that.
These students share their thoughts concerning how the new policy will affect them.
I don't think it's because, like, we girls, we grow very fast. I'm growing faster than my age, so I don't think it's okay that way. I think the rule should be changed. It won't be favorable because some people are at the age of 15 or 16. So is it that they are going to stay in the house? They're going to stay in their 16, 17. If you're 14 years and you're right now, at 15 years, you get your admission. You finish your school, then you stay at home because boss needs to be like dress, all those kind of things.
I'll not be happy if until I'm 18 before I have to write my WAEC, because like me already now, I'm going to SS1. It means that I'll have to stay maybe like 1 or 2 years before I have to write my WAEC. And I don't even know what I'll be doing in the house. To make me, before I'll have to start reading again, I must have lived those books like since. I'll not start reading again before I'll not have to enter school.
The new age requirement for senior secondary certificate examination is a bold step towards revolving Nigeria's education system. While there may be challenges in implementation, the long-term benefit of producing more matured and better prepared students cannot be overstated. As the country moves forward with the policy, it is crucial to monitor its impact and make necessary adjustments to ensure that every student has access to quality education. For CRBC News Panorama, Magdalene Eden reporting.
The Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, PCN, has shut down 405 medicine stores and made arrests of 5 illegal medicine dealers in Cross River State. The council got information that a large number of pharmaceutical premises in the state, especially in Calabar metropolis, were operating without registration with the Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria. Fidausi Tanko brings details.
Measures aimed at tackling quackery and working against wholesome pharmacy in the state. The Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, PCN, has sealed up to 405 medicine stores in Cross River State, arresting 5 illegal dealers in the state.
The high rates of fake drugstores owners in Nigeria poses a significant threat to public health, safety, and well-being. The dangers of counterfeit medications and the need for Nigerians to source drugs exclusively from registered stores cannot be overemphasized. This is due to the risks associated with fake drugs and the benefits of purchasing from reputable stores. The storage conditions in most of the premises of illegal drugstores are very poor, and there is a very high possibility that many of the products are degraded due to exposure to harsh environmental factors like high temperature, humidity, and direct sunlight. During the check-in exercise, the PCN director stated that inadequate handling of pharmaceutical products is one major factor contributing to the poor quality of medicines in the pharmaceutical distribution chain. The PCN director said it remains dedicated to ensuring Nigerian access to reliable and beneficial pharmaceutical products. Dr. Gabriel George said that the PCN did a great job in Calabar by shutting down the drugstores because some of the individuals who claim to own a pharmacy do not sell the right drugs to individuals, which can risk lives.
The public needs to buy from them is at risk. Issues are coming on these days. You open opening of capsules and you see some colored spices in the name of drugs. Such might be from such pharmacy. So if pharmacy is licensed, has the fear of the society of the law that is covering them, abiding them to their business. So the one that are not licensed should be free and enjoy it. So I appreciate what the PCN is doing in knocking this show, not going down, because the safety of human beings first.
Pharmacist Charles Oji stated that PCN are trying to eradicate the quacks and leaving the professionals in the practice.
The people that have no, like the patent people, they should have patent license. Pharmacists should have pharmacist license, annual license to practice. So it's renewable every year. They are sanitizing the practicing environment such that it's for the benefit of patients. They are eradicating the quacks and leaving the professional to be in the practice.
Others expressed their concerns.
So I feel that it's a good thing the government is doing by shutting down unauthorized pharmacies from selling fake drugs, because it's actually endangering lives. So if these pharmacies are being shut down, many lives will be preserved and saved.
So you said they're not licensed, and they're prescribing fake drugs. They are giving fake prescriptions. I think there's no point for them to exist, so that we can protect the health of Caucasians and Nigerians.
I think I will rightly say that PCN has their regulation as a body. They have rules and regulations. So I believe that before they shut down a pharmacy or pharmacies, it should be maybe the pharmacy must have gone against their rules and regulations, like not having adequate manpower, not having all the tools that are needed for qualification and for operation license. So I believe with these few points, if those people are not ready to follow all the regulations of the PCN, definitely they will be shut down.
Fake drugs can contain toxic substances, incorrect doses, or ineffective ingredients, leading to adverse reaction, treatment, failure, and even death. Counterfeit medications result in significant financial losses for individuals, families, and the healthcare system. The presence of fake drugs erodes trust in the healthcare system and undermines confidence in legitimate medications. It is advisable to buy all prescribed medications from registered pharmaceutical stores.
Sourcing medications from registered stores is crucial for Nigerians to ensure access to safe, effective, and authentic drugs. We must collectively combat the menace of fake drugs through awareness, education, and enforcement. By doing so, we can protect public health, safety, and well-being, and also maintain trust in the healthcare system. For CRPC News Panorama, I am Fidel Sultan.
A fresh case of monkeypox has been confirmed in Okosho community in Obudu local government area of Cross River State. This was revealed by the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Henry Ayuk, on August 25, 2024 in Calabar. He explained that a report from the National Reference Laboratory Abuja had confirmed the disease. This confirmation has raised panic and fear amongst Cross Riverians about the spread of the disease. Blessing Ochang brings details of the report.
The Cross River Minister of Health has announced that a case of monkeypox has been verified in Okosho community of the local government of the state.
Mpox, previously known as monkeypox, is a rare disease caused by a virus. It leads to rashes and flu-like symptoms. Like a better-known virus that causes smallpox, it's a member of the genus Octopus virus. Mpox is rare, but a number of cases increasing in Africa, as well as regions which hasn't seen this infection before. Because Mpox is rare, a health provider may first suspect other rash illnesses such as measles or chickenpox. But swollen lobes usually distinguish Mpox from other poxes. Mpox can also lead to problems like pneumonia and infections in the brain. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Egba Ayuk, made this known on Thursday, 29 August in Calabar, stating that there have been numerous presumption reports of monkeypox in Ikotefanga in Calabar, Ogoja, Boki, Obudu, and Yala. He went on to further divert that despite this, there have been only one confirmed by the National Reference Laboratory in Abuja.
We are strengthening our communication with the public. We are using the media, including you, we're using, I'm on the way to Obudu right away to address a town hall meeting, made of stakeholders, market women, providers, healthcare providers, and so forth, to ensure that this disease is addressed as quickly as possible in the entire Obudu local government. And that same approach will be taken over across all the local government areas.
The commissioner also said that he has directed the MPOS Emergency Operational Center to be active immediately. The special advisor to the governor on health, Dr. Ekpo, as the incident manager, he also directed that immigration activities by the Obudu local government area response team with support from the state team will commence immediately, noting that there are plans underway by immediate and continuous action as pertaining the disease.
Of course, you know that we have a national regulatory body that informs us of information concerning what we do here. We have national regulatory bodies that ensure that whatever we have in Cross River is the same thing that is going on in every other state. NCDC is one of those, the control of disease.
Dr. Patrick Ojama, a health practitioner, in an interview, urged all Cross-Riverians to be vigilant and maintain good hygiene to prevent the disease from spreading.
Anyone around someone that is infected can also easily be infected. There are drugs that can cure this monkeypox disease, just like other bird flu and chicken pox.
Some members of the public expressed deep concern about the outbreak of the disease.
Monkeypox is a disease that has come out of Britain. It's similar to the Ebola virus, but it's spread through monkey, as the name states. Preventive measures is basically like that of Ebola, just that you shouldn't do more than what you can do. You can try your best to avoid physical contact. You can wash your hands regularly. I know it's not a sickness that you should take lightly. That's the thing.
It's like something that wants to look like the other viruses that we had, like coronavirus, and it's transmittable, like very transmittable. So if you ask me what the government can do, aside curfew and I don't know if there are preventive measures, like for COVID-19 we had things like wash your hands, sanitizers. Personally, I don't really know, because people still have to go about their normal life.
Others advise that every member of the society to be alert at all times and keep safe to prevent the disease.
While the monkeypox outbreak is a cause of alarm among the Cross-Riverians, it should be noted that the government is putting measures in place to curb the spread. On our part, we should take our personal hygiene and our safety into consideration. For ABC News, Panorama, Les Ochang reporting.
A disturbing trend is sweeping across Nigeria's university campuses. A significant number of students succumb to drug addiction, with the country's tertiary institution grappling with menace of substance abuse. Concerns are mounting about the long-term implication for the nation's youth. This report delves into the alarming rise of drug use amongst university students and the efforts being made to combat the growing epidemic. Glory Charles brings details of the report.
The issue of drug addiction among university students in Nigeria has reached alarming levels, with various studies indicating a significant prevalence of substance abuse. As of 2024, the rate of drug addiction among university students is estimated to be around 45.7%. These statistics reflect that nearly 1 in every 2 students engages in some form of substance abuse. In response to this growing crisis, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has mandated drug integrity tests for all tertiary institutions in Nigeria, aiming to curb drug abuse through early detection and prevention strategies. So far, only few institutions in Nigeria has begun implementing drug tests as part of their policies to combat these issues, a case which should not be so, as the issues of drug abuse should not be treated with negligence. Some correspondents in an interview spoke about academic performances of students that are drug addicted, stating that their addiction has affected their academic performances.
This person is taking this thing, so it's really bad and it's really affecting students. Really affecting. Most of them, it's not that they're not intelligent, but then maybe when they go to school, say peer pressure or something else, maybe depression, one thing or the other leads them to doing that. So many things. So for me, I think I will not be really young teenage child going to drugs and complex. So your career and everything, and all the efforts the parents have put into you will be wasted because at the end of the day, you turn out not to be anything. Instead, you really need an student.
Some pointed out environmental influences, peer pressure, availability of drugs, and others as factors that lead to drug abuse.
Most of them are driven by those drugs, and so they begin to act in various ways, in a very senseless ways that affects their career. Some of them cannot even read and pass their exams because of the fact that they are being controlled by those drugs. And so the way for them to curb this thing is for the university, the management, to sensitize them on the use of these drugs.
Other respondents advised that the institution management and other relevant agencies and authorities take up the mantle to help curb the issue of drug abuse in tertiary institutions.
The level of drug addiction is actually very rampant now in Nigeria, so I don't really have much to say. I'll start from firstly, educational awareness. I think these students should be taught on the risks, and we should be educated on the risks and consequences of drug abuse in their health and in the future.
I will say in this society today that drugs is so rampant. Even in the school, talking of even with the students at secondary level, they've started taking drugs. And I've noticed that these things is so rampant in this country and in the society, which is killing our students and even our children. I will say one, early intervention. How do we do this? One, as a parent, as a teacher, you might notice the performance of your child in the school, at home. You first and early, as you first to tell the child that this you are going into will lead you to destruction. Most of our children, they go astray, either by school fee, and doing this will lead them to now take these drugs to calm their memories and brain. But if you support them in their academic career by paying their school fee, by helping them either does books or whatever they need support in the school, by doing this, you'll be able to help this child to stop this thing.
The situation regarding drug among university students in Nigeria remains critical. Ongoing efforts by educational institutions and government agencies aim to address this pressing issue as a welcome development. For TRBC News Panorama, Jory Charles reporting.
There are indications that the pump price of premium spirits, popularly known as petrol, may rise in filling stations as the Nigerian Petroleum Company Limited finally admitted that it is facing challenges due to $6 billion debt after weeks of denial. The NNPC admitted on Sunday that it owed its petrol suppliers the sum of $6 billion, saying it was facing financial strains due to petrol supply costs. Maurice Etem brings details the report.
A week of denial, NNPC admitted on Sunday that they are owing their petrol supplier the sum of $6 billion, saying that it was financial strain due to the cost of petrol supplies, making the NNPC to struggle to cover the gap between fixing the pump price and international fuel costs.
NNPC Limited has acknowledged the recent report in national newspaper regarding the company's significant debts to petrol suppliers. This financial strain has placed considerable pressure on company and poses a threat to the sustainability of fuel supply. Due to this, there is a surge in price of fuel across the country as well as a scarcity of the product. The development has also led to an increased rate in transportation, with the items in the market seeing a spike in prices as well. The fuel scarcity has become a biting problem affecting all members of the public, from the pedestrians, the commuters, and the traders. Mr. Bassi, a teacher of Hope Model Training Institution, gave his comments on Nigeria being an oil-producing country and yet lacking petrol. He further went on to say that despite the working refineries, the country still exports crude oil to be refined. He pleaded with the government to strategize properly and be responsive about the current petroleum situation.
It is very, very surprising. Buying crude oil outside, bringing it down to this country and refining it, it means the price will go higher and the common citizen or the innocent citizen will not be able to afford it. So our government is not sincere, the people is not sincere, and you see that the cumulative effect is on the common man. So my advice is that the government should try as much as possible to be responsive to the plight of the citizen.
Barrister Chief Joseph Eton disclosed that he has been in a queue at one of the NNPC filling stations since 8 a.m. and still unable to get fuel. He further said that the fuel price has also shockingly increased from 510 naira to 880 naira, calling on the government to look into this situation.
We have been in this queue waiting patiently. It's unfortunate that the 591 we have been enjoying before now, the price has jacked up to 885. I think the entire fault is the bad system, the bad management. Nigerians are suffering.
Others said that the government should strategize and see how the debt can be paid.
And also, NNPC, it's a federal government organization where they produce oil. Now, for we to now having a problem, because since increase of the subsidy that comes in, everything now has escalated, has become increased. So whereby if you want to travel, the transportation is high.
We tend to value things that comes abroad more than the things that we are doing here. That is the major reason. And another thing is that our politicians, they see it as a means that they can derive benefit. They gain those money to their pockets instead of them to take care of our own.
I see no reason why there is so much debt owed by NNPC when Nigeria is generating much money. So that they should do something about that. They should strategize certain measures in order to pay NNPC the money that they owe, so that we will not continue in suffering.
We've been yesterday in the morning around 6 a.m. hoping to get fuel from NNPC, which is the cheapest in Calabar at the moment. And it has been very, very frustrating. You know, we have been hearing a series of stories that the fuel price has been hijacked, has been increased from 591 to 885 naira, and which is very embarrassing and so annoying. We are very shocked about the increment of price. And
as the oil producing country, I think with the government to put more effort in ensuring that every debt has been paid and our refineries are being set up and put to work as soon as possible. For CRB News Panorama, it's Maurice reporting.
That is all we have on our lineup this week. We hope to be back same time next week. Do keep it there with us. I am Josephine Efanga.